Hello, everybody. It's Jude and the Brothers with you, and today we'll be talking about Richard Ramirez.
Richard Ramirez was raised in El Paso, Texas. Richard was the youngest of 5 children. According to many reports, at the age of 12, a cousin of his who was in the Vietnam War showed Richard multiple photos of women he had allegedly raped and tortured. 12 years old, from personal experience, I know, that messed you up, bro. That messed me up. Not like that, no. Not like personal experience like that. Like, if it happened to me, it messed me up.
Personally, I would not take that level of disrespect.
From his cousin?
If I was in the cousin's shoes, did they snitch?
No, the cousin apparently raped and tortured multiple women and showed Ramirez them. And, at the age of 12.
Yeah, he probably scarred for real.
Exactly. And it was stated that the years following, Richard Ramirez witnessed his cousin fatally shooting his wife to death. Yes. So the year following of that, he watched his cousin fatally shoot and kill his cousin's wife.
So he just grew up around it.
Yeah. Following those horrific events, Richard began breaking in homes, and then he moved to Los Angeles. In June 1984, Richards committed his first known murder. He also sexually assaulted the victim, 79-year-old widow.
That's just disgusting.
I mean, it's kind of BS though, because he showed signs of a lot of bad things going on in his life. He did drugs after all that stuff. He did multiple drugs. It was stated whenever we did the research, that's all we found is he dropped out of school and he did a lot of drugs. And then dude just, it's like he was showing signs that he was in a bad state beforehand.
Superstars.
Ramirez then waited about 8 months before starting his murder spree again. Majority of these awful crimes happened in Los Angeles during home invasions. Often Ramirez sexually assaulted his victims. Many would also be beaten, and satanic symbols would be found at this crime scene or on their bodies.
That's what he's known for, is the pentagram on his hand.
Oh, yeah, the thing in court when he was saying Hail Satan. He actually started studying Satanism in 8th grade. Ramirez started using drugs in 8th grade. He then dropped out of high school in 9th. Ramirez then began worshiping Satan, which played a large role, as we just stated, in a lot of his murders.
Right.
But it mainly played a role in his sentencing, showing that he showed no remorse, and he wouldn't for his victims.
No remorse.
Now that you've been given a good idea of the horrific things that the Night Stalker has done, you'll notice he was exposed to many awful and tragic events at a very young age. Said things may or may not have shaped him or pushed him over the edge to cause him to be the person he is today. It's just a lot of things you have to take into consideration to see.
But I wonder did anyone know that this stuff went on?
That's what I'm saying. Because I've watched documentaries and all that, but it's just it seems like there's how do you do all that and no one knows? It was the same shoe in every single murder that the police were finding. He knew about it too, because the press had been pretty sloppy at the time. They released a lot of things on it.
But when he was young, how did he not go through CPS and then that?
I don't know. His at home life wasn't very troubled, besides the terrific things that happened to him towards the end.
But why was his cousin even in the picture? Why did his parents?
Mm-hmm. His conviction was 13 counts of murder, 5 attempts of attempted murder, and 11 counts of sexual assault. He was found guilty on all of those accounts. 13 counts. That's literally insane.
How long did he go to jail?
It was a couple years, then he passed away of pneumonia. That was a big thing.
It was the government.
And that's about all for us. This has been Jude and the Brothers.
And we are signing out.
Do you want to keep going?
It's not cool.
So y'all thought that was it, but he basically ended up passing away, and a lot of families didn't get their closure they needed. And this has been Jude and the Brothers.